Why is it that as soon as I turn this on, my throat feels like it has the Cokie frog in it? Anyway, um, today was a bit of a rough day. Yesterday was a rough day because I wasn't talking about it. And then this morning, I just felt like I was gonna explode into a million pieces if I didn't say something about it. Because it hurt so bad. So, though he's gone, and there is a pet psychic that a friend of mine called, and some of you may think I'm grasping at straws, and that's okay, because I am. But she said Lily is still alive, and she's in the forest, which was interesting because we don't call it the forest here, we call it the jungle, but she saw forest. So, as many of you know, Lily's been my constant companion for a lot of years. She's traveled with me, and we all know that animals don't live forever. But I talk to her all the time about not being ready for her to go yet. She was almost 16, and she traveled with me since 2011. Before that, we were more stationary, but she's always been very independent and very, like the perfect blend of cat, independent but affectionate. And I so appreciate the support I got this morning. When I look back at what I was saying and what I was just like it feels so dramatic now, but in the moment it didn't feel dramatic. It felt like I just felt like I was gonna like explode from the inside. It hurt so bad. And I'm gonna say this as sweetly as possible, but fuck anybody who's judging me, including myself, because like there's so much judgment, and it's like it really is true when somebody's judging me harshly. It's pretty clear that it's because they judge themselves really harshly. So if someone's telling me not to feel or to be strong and whatever it is, it's really themselves they're talking to. So it's hard to not have a knee-jerk response when somebody does something like that, because I do feel intensely. I love intensely, with the understanding that loving intensely, the balance of that is that the loss is equally as intense. And when I'm in the loving intensely part, I'm fully willing to take on that risk of, not just a risk, that absolute knowing that at some point I'm going to lose and it's going to hurt like bloody fucking hell. And I accept that risk until the moment when it hurts like bloody fucking hell. And then I'm like, what was I thinking? But the bottom line is, I can't stop loving, because loving is like breathing. And Lily was an amazing companion. She's the kind of cat who made more than one of my friends who were confirmed cat not likers, cat dislikers, into cat lovers. Because she was just cool, you know? She rode on my lap on an airplane. She went sailing trips. She rode around in the van at my feet. She rode around in the Miata with the top down. And she was Lily the Incredible Traveling Cat. And I say was because I have to start accepting that she's gone. If the pet psychic is right and Lily is still alive and Lily comes back to me, then we'll all celebrate. And I promise that I will pack up and leave here. And not put her at risk like that. And I knew that there was danger here. But she had figured out what she would do. She would go out in the morning. She would go out into the jungle and hide out, and then in the evenings she would come in and she would spend the night in here. And I couldn't lock her in here because this canopy and carport I'm living in doesn't have a floor. It's not enclosed. So she can get out any edge. And I tried putting her on the leash, but she just got tangled and couldn't use the cat box. And there's a kennel here I could have put her in, but I couldn't. You know, I thought about it, and I thought about the last days of my life. And would I want to be put in a box to keep me safe? Or would I... You already know the answer. You know I wouldn't want to be in a box. So I couldn't put her in a box. And if I had, she might not have gotten hurt. And maybe she's not hurt. Maybe she's scared and she ran really far and she'll be back. But doesn't feel like it. But I'm not the psychic. I'm just... Anyway, I also went to FEMA today, and finally the county has acknowledged that I live there. So Red Cross acknowledged I live there, and I got some gift cards. I got... they were down to not many gift cards because they're leaving soon. Because they only stay for 3 months. And oh my God, it's been almost 3 months. So, but FEMA is still, yeah. So I got back down Sunday, and there's supposed to be somebody there it's a Buddhist organization, and they're helping with money, and there's supposed to be some other people there to talk to who are going to help with building, and I'm not sure where we're supposed to build, because most of Lower Pune is lava, you know? And I did, Bruce Amore, I don't know if I said this yesterday, he did take a picture straight overhead of my place, and it looks like there's a wall of lava that's about 40 or 50 feet tall. So my house is on, not my house, my land, once it's surveyed, is actually on a cliff now. So apparently I'll have an ocean view on a cliff. But the good news is it's who's here? Imai. So the good news is there's starting to be some comments about this is easing up, that it might be ending, and honestly, I didn't realize until I started reading those that it feels like it really was just going to go on forever. And it could. It still could. You know, these aren't scientists. These are the people who've been on the ground day after day watching how this thing works. So they're not scientists, but they have made a study of this thing. So the flow is down at Kapoho is slowed. The flow at Ahalonui, once it got there, it hasn't really progressed that far to Pohiki. It's sputtering. The actual flow from Fisher 8, the eruption is lower, and the lava river is about 5 feet down, and it's staying at that point. So this could end. This could end. Maybe, this could end, and that fissure could dry up, whatever, and I don't know if they're gonna let us go back in there, but if you look at the map, my place is actually a little bit under a half a mile from Fissure 8. There were other fissures that were closer, much closer, but they weren't doing what Fissure 8 did. But Fissure 8 really dominates the landscape now. So we'll see what happens with that. But I really do want to get out of here. I'm going to give a couple days to see if Miss Lily comes back. And I need a vacation. I need to clear my head. I badly need to clear my head. And no matter what I do, there's no way for my head to clear while I'm here, because there's just, and I mean on the Big Island, it's too much. So the really fun thing that happened today was having a gecko plop itself on my face and run across my forehead and my glasses and then run down my arm, and it was a very terrified gecko, and it just wanted me to hold it, so I held it. So all the way from FEMA to the post office, from Ka'au to Pahoa. So geckos are, somebody sent me Hawaiian legends about Aumakua and the legends of the daughters of Haumau, and Pele is one of the daughters of Haumau, and this crater is part of that. And one of the daughters, and I don't remember the name, Kahiwahini, I think, was related to the gecko, and dragons play a big role in a lot of the, sorry about that, ancient carvings around the different islands, because they're part of the legends. So I don't know what this, the magic, the medicine of gecko is transformation and new beginnings. So I guess this gecko really felt the need to run across my face and really, really, smack me upside the head with, it's a time for change. Like, yes, duh, thank you. Anyway, that's it. I'm okay. I love you. Aloha.